Jafora Fox, let's talk business. And let's turn it up a notch. It's your time to shine with Jafora Fox. It's all coming together. Just keep your eyes on God and tune in. And let's talk with Jafora Fox. Hey, Jafora Fox. Jafora Fox.
Hello, 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 and God bless you. And thank you so much for joining the Jafora Fox Show. Let's talk business. I am your host, Jafora Fox, and I am so excited on tonight, as I am every Thursday, because I am here every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So mark your calendars for every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time to join the Jafora Fox Show. Let's talk business. And hello to each of you, my Facebook Live audience, as well as YouTube. Hello to my YouTube audience and Live Manna Worldwide. So God bless you. God bless you. And if you would like to schedule a free consultation with my business, Jafora Fox Inc. I am a business strategist and a transformational coach. You can do that by going to my website at www.jaforafox.com and click on that link that says free consultation, and I'll be glad to talk to you. It is free. It is free. So book your free consultation. Also, calling all entrepreneurs. If you are an entrepreneur and you would like to be a guest on the Jafora Fox Show, you want to go to my website, click on that link, be a guest, complete the registration form, upload your picture, and I will be in contact with you. It is free to be a guest on the Jafora Fox Show. So calling all entrepreneurs. And then if you would, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jafora Fox Show. You want to click on that red subscribe button and then click the bell so that you'll receive the notifications that the Jafora Fox Show is on every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then thank you so much for sharing, because as I always say, sharing is caring. So thank you so much for sharing. And if you would, when you do share, put shared in the comments, because at the end of the show, I do a wheel of names for a drawing and you could win a gift card. So if you put shared in the comments, that lets us know that you have shared, and then your name goes into a drawing for the end of the show. So share. I am so excited and always so wanting to, just honored to give back. So I wanted to give something to you if you win for sharing. So sharing is caring, and thank you so much in advance for that. And then if you would like to ask a question, please, you can put it in the comments, or you can come on the show and ask your question live. So you just put that information in your browser and it will allow you to come on the show, and you'll be waiting in the studio, and then you can ask your question live. How exciting is that? That is so exciting. So again, thank you so much. And I love the engagement. So say hello and let us know that you are here. So let's see who is here joining us on tonight. Hello, Evelyn. God bless you. Happy Thursday to you, Evelyn. And thank you so much for sharing. Greatly appreciate your support. Thank you so much, Evelyn. Thank you. So God bless you. Hi, little sis Taylor. Bless you. I love you. Thank you so much for watching and being here. If you would take the time to please share, because sharing is caring. Have a dynamic show on tonight, an amazing guest to bring you all some great information. And I am so excited, so honored to have this guest on tonight, which is Victoria Watson with VW Tax and Accounting Services. So Victoria, bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. I'm excited to be back again for the second time.
Yes, yes, yes. And I am so excited and honored to have you again on the show, because just between that time, you have done some amazing things. And so I can't wait for you to share with the audience your journey from then until now, and what God has been doing in your life has been absolutely amazing. So God bless you. God bless you again. I'm so honored and excited to have you as a guest on tonight. So thank you, thank you, thank you again. And we'll hear you all from Victoria in a few moments. So hello, hubby. Thank you so much for joining in. Hey, Rome, my baby boy. Thank you, Rome, for joining in. I love you. I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for tuning in and watching on tonight. So again, hello to all of my YouTube viewers. Hi, Brenda. God bless you. Thank you so much for joining in. You also don't forget to put shared in the comments, because I want to give away these gift cards that I have. So put shared in the comments. Share. We'd like for you to share the Jafora Fox Show. You can do that on Facebook as well as YouTube. So God bless you all. God bless you. God bless you. And thank you all so very much again for being a part of the Jafora Fox Show. It is just absolutely so exciting to have you here. So don't forget to put shared in the comments. Hi, hello. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Jerron, for sharing. I appreciate that. So you all put shared in the comments, shared, to let others know, so that they can tag, and also tag other people and let them know as well. Hi, Gail. She's watching from YouTube. My sister in love. Bless you. Love you. Thank you so much for joining in. So God bless you all. And so on tonight, I'm just going to have two topics for you on tonight. And the first topic is business credit. And so I like to provide to you all information, whether it's the strategies or personal development, just wanting to provide you with some great information to help you on your journey. If you are an entrepreneur, or if you want to become an entrepreneur, you can have this information. You can always go back and look. And so with business credit and having good business credit, it can be a difference between securing some sustainable financing or signing on a bad loan. And so with securing business credit, this is separate from your personal credit. This is something separate. There's business credit, and then there's your personal credit. So with business credit, when funding gets tight, you're able to utilize your business credit and not tie up all of the things that you have on your personal credit. And you'll feel assured that you've done this, because if something has happened to your business, and I hope not, but things do happen, that you're not tied with things together with your business and with your personal finances, your personal things, your personal assets, and all of that. So you can also, when doing your business credit, with setting up things right and properly, you could receive, lower interest rates and sources and different things like that through your business credit. And knowing how to get the business credit will help you qualify for favorable options in the future. So it's not a microwave process. You do have to build upon that. You have to build upon your business credit as you do in doing your personal credit. But these are two separate things. So want to make sure your business credit, the information and all of that is in your business name and not tied to your personal credit. And so I'm going to show you and provide you some vendors to help you get that that business credit set up. And so with that, by establishing, you want to make sure in everything you do that you get a good payment history. You always pay your bills on time, and that will let the creditors know that you're trustworthy with the banks and lenders. So it's a tier, and you have to build upon that. And I can definitely help you with doing that. And so building business credit is critical in helping you qualify, as I said before, for different financing. There's automobiles, there's credit cards, there's so many things that you can do with establishing your business credit. And to that end, there's some helpful information for you that you need. You have to have incorporated your business with the Secretary of State that you choose. So you don't have to necessarily be in Georgia to incorporate your business in another state or vice versa. So wherever you choose to incorporate your business, that is your choice. You just want to make sure that you do incorporate your business. And if you incorporate your business in one state, then you move. You don't have to change it. You can leave it the same and leave it with that particular state. One of the things I want to make sure that you do when you incorporate your business is each year that you pay those fees, because your business will be dissolved. And if you want to get that business name back, you're going to have to pay additional higher fees. So if you have a business, make sure you log back in each year during the time that you did it from the beginning and pay each year for your corporation. And it's not that much, but it costs a whole lot more if you let it go inactive. So you want to always keep your business active. Even if you're not using it, you want to keep that business active with the Secretary of State. So I want to make sure you get that. So if you have a business and you haven't paid your incorporation fees for the year, go back and take a look. Go to their website of the state that you have incorporated your business. And you want to have your EIN number as well as your DUNS number. And I've talked about that before on the Jafora Fox Show about that EIN number, which is free, as well as your DUNS number. So before you're able to start building your business credit, you want to have those three things. And then you want to be consistent while building business credit, because it's about playing the long game. So don't think that it's a microwave process. It's going to happen so fast. And you want to have a physical address. My preference, if you don't have a brick and mortar, an actual building, that you get a virtual office for your business so that you can separate your business from your home. You can use your home address. So I want to make that clear. You can use your home address, but I prefer that you, and my suggestion for you to have is a virtual office address that you can use, and you can Google that information in your city to see what virtual office that you can use. You want to also have your business telephone number, a business email address, and all of this information. You want to make sure it is the same with your incorporation, with your EIN number, with your DUNS number. And so if you used your home address in the beginning and you want to change it, all you have to do is contact them, which is the IRS for the EIN number, Dun & Bradstreet for that DUNS number, as well as the Secretary of State. You can update and amend your information. So if you started out with using your home address, you can change the information to update your information, because I want to make sure that everything is on the record the same. And so you want to go back and take a look at what that looks like. And so with you having that consistency throughout, it creates credibility for you when they're looking, because you can be denied for having inconsistent information in those systems. And so building business credit is what I said is really, really something powerful and great to have. So you want to begin to start doing that. So that's what I have for you on tonight about the business credit. And on the next section here or segment, I'm going to talk to you about how and what vendors you need to use in building your business credit to get you started, to get what I call the paydex score. And so I'm going to provide you with that information. That is some free, powerful, good information that I'm going to provide to you. So for free. So stay tuned, stay with us here. So I'm going to move in now and have the guest Victoria come on, and I just want to give you all just a little bit about Victoria. She is with VW Tax and Accounting Service. She is a college graduate who holds a bachelor's degree in accounting. She is a member of the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and a member of the National Association of Black Accountants. Victoria has about 8+ years with the IRS, and she specializes in individual and business tax preparation, tax problem resolution, and business entity setups and tax planning. So welcome, welcome, welcome to you, Victoria. Yes. Thank you again for being a part and joining in with the Jafora Fox Show. She has some amazing information, you all, that she is going to share with you all tonight. So if you don't have a business, but everybody has to file their taxes, she can help you with that as well as an individual accountant, that she handles that also. So Victoria, so tell us a bit about yourself.
Oh gosh, thank you so much for the introduction. Oh my gosh, you make me sound so important. So my name is Victoria Watson, as Jafora has already introduced. I have past IRS experience. I do have a bachelor's degree in accounting. I love doing taxes. It's crazy, but I do love it. I've always had a love for math in itself. So coming into taxes just really felt natural. So last year, actually about 3 years ago, I started my own business, VW Tax and Accounting Service. Just this year in February, did I decide to resign from my job. I had another federal government job, but I decided to leave there so that I could focus on building my own business. That was as of February the 11th. Of this year, and I'm so excited. Things have been growing out of control, and I'm just happy to be here and have so much exposure. So thanks again, Jafora, for having me on the show.
Oh, you are so welcome, and I'm so excited for you. So Nikki, thank you so much for sharing. So thank you, Jerron. So make sure that you all share, and tag others in tonight. Hi, Eric. Hi, God bless you, Eric. Thank you so much for joining and being a part. And you know, Victoria, I am so excited about your journey as you talked about your transition in February. That was just so amazing, so amazing. So
I'm sorry to interrupt you really quickly, but I've got to put a plug in for you. So I actually reached out to Jafora months before. Was it a couple of months before I actually decided to resign? And so she was actually helping me. I can't even remember what we called it.
Transitioning, exit strategy.
Exit strategy for sure. So she helped me with my exit strategy. She really was an amazing coach, very supportive, and it really made me feel comfortable in making the decision to decide to leave from my job that I had been with the federal government about 15 years. So that was really hard to do that. But Jafora was there. She was supportive. And with her support, I was able to put in my resignation, and I did it.
Oh, yes, I'm so excited for you. I mean, just that aha moment, I don't know, whatever you had that said, you know what, because we was working on your strategy. And then you could talk about that as well. It's like, okay, you just decided, we was going through the strategy, and then I get the text message and you're like, my date has changed. And so just tell us a bit about that, from your transition from when you resigned from the job that you had to working full-time in your business.
Wow, it was so much. So leaving my job at the federal government, my supervisor could not believe it. So I was a financial not a really financial advisor, but I did budgeting for a large government agency. And so she couldn't believe that I was leaving. I couldn't really believe it, but I knew that I had to do it. It was very stressful. I mean, I cried. My husband knows. Eric could tell you. I was running it by him. I was talking to Jafora and a couple of other people that I trusted. But at the day that I resigned, I knew that I never really had a concern about money, to be honest with you. I wasn't concerned, oh my God, I'm not going to have enough. I just had the faith that it would work itself out. But it's still that carnal side of people, and very much the carnal side of me, that was still very afraid about walking off, because I went from something being very secure with benefits and the whole nine to walking off and doing something completely on my own, not knowing who was going to book an appointment, if my customers were going to come back for the next year, and so on and so forth. And this was right at the beginning of filing season, if filing season had even started. But I knew at that time, if I were going in with the right mindset that it was going to work, it had no other choice but to work. And it's really been amazing. It's been growing, and word of mouth has really been, my secret to success. So went just building with customers over the prior 3 years before I decided to leave, and then them referring people to me. And of course, I had some people that did not return, but those numbers were very small compared to those people who did return and brought people with them. So it's really been amazing, unbelievable in a lot of ways. And whereas my husband wasn't really sure how things were going to work out. He saw his wife, do her thing and get to work. So he now has 100% faith. Whereas in the beginning, it was somewhere around 50%, because it's almost like, well, you made this amount of money. We don't know where the road ahead is going to lead us, but it's really been amazing. So.
Yes, yes, yes. So awesome. I tell you, I was so excited to be a part of your journey of doing that, you all. It was absolutely amazing. I was so happy. I was so excited. I was screaming when I got the text message. I was like, we talked right away. And I was like, what? You did it. I mean, it was so good, you all.
Yes.
What an amazing feeling and journey for you to just step out, take a leap of faith, and have not looked back. You all, Victoria is an amazing person, you all. So if you have any need for individual taxes, any individual business, accounting, bookkeeping, all of that, you all, you must connect with Victoria Watson. She is loving, so kind, just so passionate about what she's doing. And I just tell you, she was an absolute pleasure to work with in her transition and doing what it is that she was trying to do. Definitely on top of everything. I mean, she just has a heart to really, really want to help you as being the client. And so you definitely want to connect with Victoria. If you have any type of tax or accounting needs or any other services that Victoria provides, reach out to Victoria. So Victoria, with that, tell us how you actually started and what was the start of your entrepreneur journey, just from the beginning.
So I've always loved taxes. I was with the IRS for several years. I started off by doing taxes on the side for family members and for close friends. I wasn't supposed to be doing it at the time and actually making money. So that's where it kind of started. So after I left the IRS and I relocated back here to the area, I got back with my husband and I was doing the same things because people would come to me. I would do my mom's and some other close family members. And then my mother said, "You're so good. You just need to step out and do it on your own." And I'm like, "Mama, I cannot do that. I just don't know." So I sat on it for a little while. Now I'm very impulsive, so it doesn't take me long to make a move, which is the reason why I was able to leave my job so quickly within a matter of weeks. But it had been brewing for some time. But my mother implanted that seed. And at that time I was like, you know what? Well, what the heck? I may as well try it. So at that point, I just started on the journey of getting an office space and really manifesting or building this idea about what I wanted my tax business to look like. So I immediately went to my local, the county where my office was located. I applied for business license. I did all these things that I needed to do. And before you know it, I was up and running. Now I did that for, again, 3 years while I was still working my full-time job. So it was manageable somewhat right in the first couple of years. And then that third year, things really got hectic. And I told my husband, I said, listen, I'm not going to be able to do them both very long at the same time. So it was over a period of time. I did not do it right away. And to be frank with you all, I never imagined that I wanted to be self-employed. And I would have my best friend talk about working for yourself and having the freedom. I never imagined that. I always thought, let me go to school, get our education, like a lot of us, I'm sure, get a good job, and then that's going to be that. And things just turned around. It really just kind of grew on its own. And I can say I just let it lead and I followed it. And I'm glad that I did.
Yes, again, congratulations and kudos to you for doing that. I tell you all, it takes a lot of courage to move forward and to pursue what it is that your dream is and what you love doing. And it creates so much peace and you're not under so much stress, and all of the work you're putting into it, you're putting it into for yourself. So again, congratulations. I am so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. And the best is yet to come. And God has so many great and amazing things in store for you, Victoria, because you're such an amazing person with a big heart and a love for others and what you're doing. And so truly, you'll be nothing but blessed because of that, because we reap what we sow, and you are reaping you're sowing some amazing things, good things. And so you're going to get all of that back to you. So again, you all, I'm going to take the time to say hello. Hi, Hope. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you to you all. So if you have not taken the time to share, so please share, tag others in this Facebook Live and let them know that the Jafora Fox Show is on with Victoria Watson from VW Tax and Accounting Service. So tag all of your friends and your family, and so that they can tune in and join us on tonight, as well as, again, don't forget to share so that your name can go in the drawing at the end of the show and you can receive possibly a gift card if you are a winner. So put shared in the comments so that we'll know that you have shared the show for tonight. And so, Victoria, with that, what impact, if any at all, has COVID-19 had on your business?
Wow. COVID has actually had a positive impact. So it really went the other way, where unfortunately a lot of businesses did not survive the first year of COVID. And unfortunately, we are looking at a second year of COVID. But a lot of businesses, especially online businesses, they bloomed, they blossomed. It was really amazing. So with that growth, they needed a person like me. They needed some advice on how to start their LLCs. It was a lot of that. People wanted to set up LLCs or set up their corporations. They needed to talk to someone to help them keep their books for them. And it was just amazing growth for a lot of companies. So, for example, I went and did a networking event. There was this young lady. She has a makeup line. And she said she started her line the first year, which I want to say was probably 2019. And she may have brought in about $15,000 or $16,000. In 2020, which was COVID year, she had made, I apologize, she started in 18, it was about 16 grand. 2019, she was about 50. And in 2020, which was COVID year, she was over $200,000. And she's the only one. Now, why was that? A lot of people was at home, clicking it up, ordering stuff online. I mean, it was just really amazing. So again, with people finding their freedom, or women realizing, hey, I can't work at home. This is a really dangerous situation. And they decided, hey, there's some things that's in me that I love to do, and I'm going to go ahead and step out on that thing. They started their businesses. And again, they needed a person like me. So it really has a positive impact on my business, and those other internet businesses that were online that, again, needed accountants. And so it was really, really amazing. And of course, me and my other colleagues, and one is on here, Kiana, want to shout out to her. She's another accountant. Her and I always bounce ideas off of each other. But we also had an opportunity to learn about programs that rolled out, which was the business stimulus. And those were the SBA EIDL loans. They had the advance, which is the beginning part of that. They also had PPPs, which were crazy. And from that, it really evolved. As the niche of the world changed, so did those programs. So we really had an opportunity to dive into those things and get to learn them. And we really had to learn those things fast. So that was another aspect that we were able to add on to our businesses, whereas before we were doing business consultant type services. We were doing full service accounting and taxes. We then added on the business stimuluses, which was huge because people wanted to take advantage of it. They may or may not have had their taxes done. And that was a requirement of making sure that you qualify for these programs. So it was amazing growth.
Yes. Absolutely. You know, one of the things that it was so difficult for some, however, at some point, thank you so much for sharing, my sister. Love you. Thank you so much for watching. And as I was saying, is that some instances, as I can definitely as well relate to how that situation came in, and with COVID, and it was a positive impact as well. You know, when it first happened, I'm sitting thinking like, okay, what is this going to be? But as things begin to evolve, it really turned into something positive as well for me. Because as you're saying, people are saying, hey, you know, I need to start my business. I need to get this done. I would like to get this done. What is this? What is that? And so it really something that was not so good turned out to be something so great. So I definitely can relate to what you're saying, you know, about that and the need that people had for, you know, starting their businesses and wanting to do all of those things as an entrepreneur. And so have you faced any challenges at all as an entrepreneur in your business or just getting started?
Definitely, there's always challenges, and I have to say, Jafora, she was right on she hit the nail right on the head. I'm really a people person. I'm a lover of people. My heart is really after people. And when I left the IRS, my goal was to help as many people and to spread the word out, the tax law out to people that may not have been able to afford it had they gone to a CPA or another accountant. But regardless of, sometimes I would get paid, sometimes I offer discounts more times than not, or I wasn't always charging full price. But my mission was to get this information out to the people as quickly as possible. And with that, it didn't always work out in my favor, right? So when people found out, some people found out, of course they took advantage, and that was what it was. And so what really became a discounted service turned into a gift in some cases. And there were also some instances where my customer service or being too friendly was too fast. I really had to make a lot of adjustments really quickly. So I found that I couldn't be myself 100%, and I had to make adjustments on the spot. I couldn't be me. I wanted to be professional always. And I always was professional, but that sweet and going that extra mile and really treating people like family, that didn't work for everyone. And that was really the biggest thing, the biggest lesson I say that I had to learn, because I had this idea about things would be perfect. And if I put this thing out and if I did these things for people, that people would respond in this way. But unfortunately, it didn't work. So it really forced me to change, and it impacted people, all of my clients, in some way, shape, or form, whether it was the way that I presented myself, if I spent as much time, if I went as far, because it really hurts when you don't, get that back that you were expecting and what you put out to customers. So it kind of jaded you in a way. And so I would say that was definitely one of my challenges, one of the biggest challenges. So there was some times where I felt very hurt, and I had to talk to Eric about it, or Kiana and I and Ron, which is my accountant group of my people. We would vent about it. And then we would talk about how we had to quickly make adjustments based on the experiences that we had.
Yes, absolutely. And I can remember when we were doing the transformational coaching and helping you with your exit strategy. That's one of the things that we talked about that I know was very, very difficult for you to do, because people do take advantage of that. You would think that someone is kind, that they're going to appreciate that. But people began to take advantage of that. So hi to my mother-in-law, Grammy. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for being a part. So don't forget to share, you all. Thank you, Grammy, for sharing. It's greatly appreciated. And as I was saying that, you had to make some adjustments, and that's what we have to do as business owners. You have to pivot. You have to strategize. You have to put yourself sometimes in a different position because, like yourself, just always giving and doing, and it is not appreciated, sometimes. And people take advantage of your time and, just different things that go on, and not really respecting your time and all of those things. But in the midst of that, we just continue as entrepreneurs. We just continue to strategize and know that we have to tweak some things and change some things. And you did an amazing job with transitioning into that, in doing that. I tell you, it's amazing to have amazing clients, you all, that put in the work to make the changes, know that they need to make the changes, and do exactly that. And what that becomes is that you're coachable, teachable. No matter how much we know, we always can learn more. We're always evolving. We're always putting in that time to do our part to make things happen. And you have done just that, you all. And that's one of the things, of the many, that I love about Victoria, is she does have an amazing heart and have heart for the people. And I just think that's good. That's needed as an entrepreneur. You need to care about your clients and what you're doing, but also you have to set boundaries. And I'm so glad that you did do that in setting those boundaries so that you can really just continue to be successful in your business. So kudos to you again for that. Super proud of you for making those tweaks in your business. And so, Victoria, talk about with that, in your business, how you've hired some other employees and other people on to become a part of helping you with your business. And so talk about that a bit.
Oh gosh. So as I talked about, I've been fortunate enough to grow quickly, and that was a blessing. So in that, I needed some help, because I realized I couldn't do everything. I couldn't. Now that's one thing Jafora would get on me all the time about. Vicki, you got to go live. You got to go live. And I need you to do this at least once a week to start. You got to do. I still have not got there, but there is this need for social media. That's one of the ways in which we advertise, which works out famously for us as entrepreneurs because we have free things that we can use like Facebook and like Instagram. So with that being said, I was so busy. I had no time at all to post on Instagram 3 times a day. That just seemed absolutely crazy to me. So I had a really close friend of mine. She and her husband were in the military with me and my husband several years ago. And so she was one of the women definitely that opened up her own business in light of this COVID. And she started the work before, but then there was a growing need for what she did, which was to market and post and all that good stuff on Instagram and on Facebook. So she came to me, she said, I could do it for you. She helped me build out my website in addition to what was already there. And I definitely hired her to do that. That has been so helpful. I mean, I can't even express how you can't even tell that it's not even me posting on Instagram and Facebook unless I tell people, because she's using my photos. She's asking me the colors that I want to use. It's really amazing. And the content that she's producing is just like it's coming from me. And a lot of it in the very beginning, especially during tax season, I would give her the more technical things, but then she would do her own research on the back end. So that was helpful. And then I also hired an admin assistant who is also now assisting me with bookkeeping. So that relationship has grown, but right in the beginning, I would have her make sure she ran my schedule and check my emails for me, because there was no way, again, that I could be with people and prepare taxes, which went from being simple, which would take about an hour, a little less than an hour. And then I would go to someone that was very complicated, which sometimes could take me days to do. So I needed someone that would make sure to catch those emails and catch those things. And that has expanded. So now she has a phone. She's taking my phone calls. We set up a phone system. And this year, I'm actually hoping to hire a tax preparer or two to kind of help me with some of the basic things. So the growth has been tremendous. I'm so appreciative. And I'm definitely here to say Jafora has been instrumental, definitely, in where I am right now. And if you put it's really all about what you start with upstairs in your mind. If you say to yourself that it's going to work, it has no other choice but to work. And it's definitely worked for me. And I am just so, so grateful.
Absolutely. You did. I tell you, you did that thing. It was just so good. And I'm just so proud of you for that, because sometimes it is very hard to delegate, to relinquish that over, and so I understood the whole thing that you had going on. I could so relate to it, being able to delegate, to just do things. And that's me. I just do things on my own. And you have so many things that you're trying to do. And then you become overwhelmed and you just don't set boundaries and you're just still trying to do. And that within itself can be overwhelming. And so this is some very good information, you all, not only just for entrepreneurs, but just for life, period. That we delegate, and so that you're not overwhelmed with things, and allowing others to be able to help you, saying, "Nay, I need help," and then accepting the help, in doing that. So that's really, really, really good to do. And I'll say this: my husband is an excellent delegator. He teaches me so well. He delegates. He definitely teaches me how to delegate by watching him. He already has it in his mind about something. He's going to delegate it, and it just works out really well. Really well for him. He's not dropped the ball on anything that he needs to get done. So definitely iron sharpens iron in doing things. So you can learn something from just delegating, taking care of yourself, and not just trying to take on everything. And so that's really, really, really good. And again, I'm so excited for you and on the journey that you are on. And so you all, now I'm going to take the time to talk about and kind of conclude with what I was saying before about the business credit, and talk about the building that Paydex score and how you can get those vendors that you need to build that Paydex score with no personal guarantee. And what no personal guarantee is that that's not your personal information as far as your social security number, but it is your actual name and all of that. You have to do that. So, but what it does is they don't look at your personal credit in order to establish to you your business credit. They only base it upon your business credit. And so separating your business from yourself is just not the whole story. That's just laying the foundation that you can build on. And so this is with that paydex score. And you must stack those blocks, and they must be stacked in order. So you can't just follow all these steps and then go apply for regular business credit cards with your business credit. It still doesn't exist. So what that means is that you have to build this. It's a tier that you have to build this. And it's a key to building that paydex score, and it's a vendor credit tier. So that's a vendor credit tier. And at the end, I'll provide you with that vendor credit tier that you need to get started. And I know that is some major information that I'm giving out, but I'm always led, by the Holy Spirit to give. It's no need of me, holding on to it. If you need some additional help, I'll be glad to help you with it, because it's more than just the list. You have to know how to do what it is that needs to be done. But I wanted to provide you with the list. And so this is how you will initially build your paydex score so that you can apply for credit from those lenders that will want to see a strong score. The vendor credit tier includes starter vendors, which I'll provide you with some starter vendors that will issue invoices with net 30 terms. And what net 30 is means you have to pay the bill in full in 30 days without even checking your personal credit. Set up your account in your business name, and they will report your on-time payments to the business credit reporting agencies. So you want to make sure that you pay your bills on time. And it is important to note that not all of them report to all of the credit reporting agencies. So be sure that you find those that report to the Dun & Bradstreet, because that's where we're trying to get the paydex score is from, the D&B, for you to be able to do that if you want to build the paydex score. The more of these vendors you have reporting, the faster your score will grow. And remember, though, you must pay on time. You have to pay your bills on time, whether it's business, whether it's personal. You want to make sure that you're paying your bills on time. And so that list that I talked about, that vendor starter list, it is the companies that is Uline, it's Granger, and the information is posted there for you as well. It's Quell with their website, and then NAV, and then Summa. So do your due diligence in looking at these vendors so that you can go. This is the vendor starter list that you need, and I have posted that information there on the screen. So regardless of where you are in the life of your business, it's never too late to take the steps necessary to build your paydex score. And as I said before, pay your bills on time, and to build business credit, pay your bills promptly, making sure you're following the guidelines, that there's a certain amount that you have to order with these vendors, which is not that much. And there's things that you can use in order to be able to do what it is that you're trying to do. And so just as your personal credit, late payments quickly will hurt your scores. And if you can manage it, paying your vendors early can help build your business credit also. So when working with those vendors, just make sure that you do your due diligence of the list that I've just provided, calling them, asking them any questions or concerns that you may have, or you can do schedule a free consultation with me, and I'll be glad to help you and walk you through what this will look like and what your efforts are trying to do. And then in talking about the business credit, if your personal credit is not where it needs to be, you want to be working on that, and you can do that simultaneously. I can also help you with your personal credit. We must have our personal credit excellent. It must be excellent. You must be working towards what that looks like. And so that's another service that I've taken on, with helping others to be able to get their personal credit where it needs to be. I have been doing it for so long and helping others. And so why not offer it as another part of services that I provide? So if you need help with your personal credit, or you know anyone that needs help with their personal credit, you can also reach out to me for a free consultation. I'll be glad to assist you and get you on your way so that you can start with building and having excellent, great personal credit. You must have that. In this day and time in life, if you're not an entrepreneur, you still need to have good personal credit. And there's information that is just not taught, as far as financial literacy. All of that is a part of your personal credit. And so it's about education for me. It's also about me wanting you to do great in your life, but you need to know how to maintain your personal credit, your business credit, all of that information so that you can know. And my information is on the screen. You can email me, call my office, go to my website if you would like to book a free consultation. So that is all I have for you on that Paydex score. If you need additional, feel free to reach out. The information is free. If you need something from Victoria, we'll be showing her information as well. Reach out, you all. Don't say that you can't and continue to be a victim of not doing things the right way and not having a better life, a blessed life. And it's not just about things. It's about having things in place so that you can be the best that you are trying to be. And then guess what? You can pass the information on and help somebody else, because if you've done it for yourself, that you can help somebody else too as well. So it's always in a place of paying it forward. So God bless you. God bless you all. God bless you. And so now I would take the time to just go into asking more questions to Victoria on this tax stuff and some great information that she has. So one of the things, Victoria, if you would talk about the difference between an LLC versus an INC, and that with the S corporation and the C corporation.
Yes, this is something that's really a huge deal that not everybody quite understands. And I know in the social media world that we live in, we see all different types of posts about what's what, or just giving us a really small snapshot of what each of them mean without really having a complete understanding. So we actually have the sole proprietorship too, and Jafora didn't mention that one, but the sole proprietorship is a business, but it doesn't offer any protection. So meaning that if someone's not happy with your services or something that you've provided to them, if they decided to sue you or take you to court for it, they can come after you and all of your personal assets. And that is something that we do not want, right? So then the next business entity type is an LLC, and that's a limited liability company, or in some cases, a limited liability corporation. And in that, you actually have a level of protection, but it is a pass-through entity. So it's not a separate entity in itself like a corporation would be. So this means that all of the income and the expenses are then passed along to the members or the partners in the corporation. And there's also an additional document that's very much necessary whenever you are forming an LLC, and that's called an operating agreement. Okay. This agreement will show and dictate exactly how the company is going to be ran, who's responsible for what. So you want to make sure that when you're going into business or into a partnership with someone else, I always suggest seeing a business attorney. There are templates out online where you can put an operating agreement together, but it's usually pretty general. But I will always go off of when people ask me, what type of business are you in and how necessary is it? Will a general one do, or do you need something that's a little bit more specific that's going to give you more coverage? And that's when I would say lean more towards the business attorney in that respect. So again, the sole proprietor offers no protection. You're on your own. You can still have and pay employees, but you have no protection in the event someone tries to come after you. The LLC, limited liability company, this is something that you do have to establish with any state that you decide to form your business in. As Jafora was mentioning earlier, and she was talking about also filing your annual report, because in most states, you do have to file it on an annual basis. That one does give you some protection. And in most cases, it's a partnership. So it's multiple people in the LLC. There is another option, which is a sole member LLC when it's just you. But when you do, in order to make sure that your coverage is tight, you want to make sure that you put an operating agreement in place. And then lastly, the corporation, it's a totally separate entity on its own. And Jafora Fox Inc., she has the INC on the end. She's incorporated. You still file that in the state in which you want to do business. It doesn't have to be in your state, as Jafora had mentioned earlier. And that does offer you totally separate. It has nothing to do with you. You're the person that's behind it and that established it. In most cases, you're the an officer in the company. But when it comes down to business credit or taxes, for example, that's the corporation and I'm Victoria. I have nothing to do with VW Tax and Accounting Service, Inc. if I make that election. That's pretty much it.
Yes.
There's a lot more, but that's just generally speaking.
Yes, it is a lot more to that. So you want to make sure it's always, you all, that you do your due diligence and with others. Get more information. Don't just look and see things on that somebody has posted and you don't know all of the information and all of what's going on and all of the details about what is taking place, and just running with it, because sometimes people don't always give you all of the information. That's why you need to do your own due diligence and ask questions, talk to somebody, talk to an accountant, talk to a business coach, a business consultant, talk to somebody who knows the information and can help you to try to make an informed decision, talk to an attorney, all of those things. But just make sure you're doing your part in asking those important questions of what it is that you need to do. So where do you get your ideas from? Hi, Peter. What ideas are you talking about in reference to? So you might want to put some more information in there. Peter will be glad to be able to answer your question for you. So in doing that, and what I just asked, and being an accountant and paperwork, and with tax season, because things are fastly approaching. Talk about the importance of maintaining good records throughout the year.
That is so huge. That is big. Now, granted, not everyone is going to have a fancy bookkeeping system, but if you have bank records, if you have your receipts, is it going to take us a little bit more time to get through it? Of course it is, but you still have some record of your expenses, and you also want to keep some record of your income. When you're self-employed, you may not always you're definitely not going to get a W-2 as you would get if you were working for someone else. If you're lucky enough to get contracted, or if you are contracted with a big company, they will issue you a 1099, depending on their standards when it comes to issuing the 1099s. You have the Uber folks, and Uber won't give you one until you've made at least $20,000. Whereas there may be others. IRS rules say if a person earns $600 or more, that I should give them a 1099, and it's not an miscellaneous anymore. It's the NEC for non-employee compensation. So we have those forms that they have to be given out and issued out to the workers, the people that are working. I actually got a little sidetracked. So Jafora, ask you, what was your question again?
Was the importance of
record keeping? Yes. Yes. So that'll be your income part of it. So excuse me, you all, that'll be your income part of it. You're making sure that you're keeping track of the money that you're bringing in, whether you're issuing receipts. You also have different programs that you can use, whether you're invoicing people, or if you're simply just have a receipt book and you're issuing receipts when people are paying you for services. And then on the flip side of things, I always suggest when you're in any type of business, from a sole proprietorship and definitely up into a corporation, you need to have a business bank account. And then any expenses that you're accumulating for your business needs to be filtered through or needs to be ran through that business account. And then that's going to generate bank statements for you. So as I said before, if you're not one of those that have a QuickBooks account, or you don't have a Waves account, or you don't have any other type of bookkeeping, anything fancy, we can always default back to your bank statements. And that's going to be an official financial document for your company. And these things are needed whether you're preparing your taxes or whether you're simply going into a bank and you're asking them for a loan. So this is very, very important. We want to make sure that we're accurately able to keep track of these things, because as we were talking about earlier in the interview, we talked about the SBA EIDL loans and then the advances, and we were also talking about PPP. Guess what they were asking for? They wanted to know how much you earned, and even though SBA was giving that money out like candy right in the beginning, and they wasn't asking for anything, for those that wanted to go back for an increase, they were requesting transcripts from the IRS, because they wanted to make sure that what you were in fact reporting to them was on your tax return transcript. So in order for all of that to be accurate, we need to have some place to get it from. Now, I've had myself and a lot of my other accountant friends, we wouldn't prepare tax returns unless a person could show us legitly what they were earning and what they spent. because we felt that we didn't want to be a part of something that wasn't legit, because then our names and our numbers were on the line. So when you come and you sit across the desk from someone like us, we wanted to know, okay, where's your stuff? We can't say, oh, well, it was round about this amount, because that wasn't quite going. So we needed to have something to work from. And at that point, you're able to go on with the rest of your life. And as Jafora mentioned earlier, that if you choose to get a business loan, because the bankers definitely want to see some financials, you're able to do that.
Absolutely. That is great, because if you have seen and may know or may not know with that PPP and all of those things that was going on, you have to make sure that you're doing stuff in the right way. Definitely, I can agree. I'm not coming behind anybody doing anything that is not right and that should not be done. And so I appreciate the integrity that you and your clients, coworkers, the ones that you know, your colleagues as accountants, that really took the stance to say that, you know what, I'm not putting my name behind that and just doing anything, because you want to make sure that your reputation stays the way it needs to be in doing business. And that's a part of it as well. So again, Victoria, thank you so much for being a part and being a guest, should I say, on the Jafora Fox Show. Just so much information, you all. And so if you would, there's Victoria's information that is showing on the screen. If you can't get it now, you can always go back to the replay. So you'll have her information and reach out if you have any questions. You can also find her on Facebook. Her information is there, as well as Instagram. So finally, I want to just say hello again to everybody. Thank you so much for joining and being a part of the Jafora Fox Show. If you have not had the opportunity to share, please do so now and put shared in the comments so your name can be added to the drawing, which will be at the end of the show, so that you can win a gift card. So love for you to be one of the winners to receive a gift card. So put shared in the comments. And also, if you don't want to have your name to be in the drawing, then at least still share, because this is some valuable information that if you don't need it, maybe somebody else may need this information, and that you'll be able to share this information or give them the directions of where they can go to get the information. So just because it's not something that you need, you always want to pay it forward and give it to somebody else so that you can help others to be able to have this information. Maybe they're thinking about being an entrepreneur, becoming an entrepreneur. Maybe they're already an entrepreneur and just needs some additional information. I'm telling you all, this is good information that you're receiving. Guess what? That it costs, and you're being able to receive this information for free. It costs a lot to sit in front of attorney and accountant, myself, to be able to get this information, to be able to have it to help you be able to do what it is you're trying to do. And here, the Jafora Fox Show provides an opportunity for you to receive the information for free. For you to receive it for free. Hi, Beanie. Hi. Thank you so much, Beanie, for joining in. Love you. Hi, Dolores. Thank you so much for sharing and being a part of the Jafora Fox Show. It is greatly appreciated. And again, you all, thank you all so much for sharing and tuning in and helping others to be able to receive this valuable information. And then just finally, Victoria, if you would just give us some last encouraging words, last minute thoughts that you may have with the audience.
It was actually on my heart to share this, and I didn't want to interrupt you earlier on, but I know, ladies and gentlemen, those of you that are looking into going out on your own and starting your own business, it may seem most times things are not what they seem. Not saying that things are not good, but what I did want to share personally about myself is what a lot of people don't know, which was very difficult for me at times. I actually suffered from, and sometimes do still suffer from, a bout of anxiety and both depression. So actually going through this thing was very difficult at times. And I know I can sit here and present myself in this way and talk well, but most times whenever I'm sitting here and I'm doing whatever it is that I'm doing, and I'm continuing to encourage myself to push forward with this thing, whereas I might want to just go on my couch and not move, I still have the mind to get up and to keep going. And I was medicated for a very long time, where I had to medicate on a daily basis just to be able to get myself myself up and to get together and to go to work and to get on the train and see about my family and to be able to see about myself. And I guess what I want to say, and I said all those things to say very quickly, and I got a lot of stuff to share, is if I can do it, you can do it. So please, in this era where I hear more people that suffer from some type of mental disorder or mental disease, find the time to get up and see about yourself and continue to push for it, no matter what may be going on upstairs in your head. Those times when you may want to quit and when you want to say that I'm not enough, you're all those things. You're more than enough and you are worthy. And if I can do it, you can do the same. Be encouraged.
Yes, absolutely. That is so good, Victoria. That is so amazing, you all. So be encouraged in doing what it is that you're trying to do and go forth and asking for help and doing what you need to do. And one of the biggest things as well that I would say is invest in yourself. You know, take the time to invest in yourself. If it's something that you would like to do, invest in yourself to make that happen. You know, it's going to cost you, something to be able to do that. And so take your funds and put it in the right place so that you can move forward in doing what it is that you are trying to do. And I tell you, Victoria just has done, as I said, you all, she's done an amazing job. We talked about all of that and what that looks like. And what Victoria did was she invested in herself. She invested her time in herself to be able to do and to get it done. And in doing that, all sometimes we need is just to have a conversation and someone else hear it and is able to help you to strategize. That's what I love about being a strategist, is just being able to strategize. If you give me some information, I can help you be able to tweak that and make it make sense to you. I believe that God has given me that God-given ability to be able to do it. I tell you, if you tell it to me, the Holy Spirit leads and guides me, and he helps me to be able to give you that plan, to help you carry out that plan. So invest in yourself. Look up myself with my business, Jafora Fox Inc., or with Victoria's business, BW Tax and Accounting Services. And I appreciate Victoria too as well. She sends me, clients and things, and just, I just appreciate, we're all in this together, you all. And so I definitely appreciate you, Victoria. And again, thank you so much for being a guest. I'm just so honored and excited just to be connected to you. Just such an amazing person. And I'm just so excited about what God is doing for you in your life. And so with that being said, we're going to do the drawing for the Wheel of Names on tonight to see who is going to win these gift cards. So let's see. And again, thank you all so much for sharing.
Raina.
Yes, congratulations, Beanie. Congratulations. I will be in contact with you for your gift card. So God bless you. God bless you. Thank you all so much for sharing and watching.
And Gail.
Hi, Gail. Thank you, Gail. In touch. Congratulations to you, Gail. Congratulations to Beanie as well. Congratulations. I will be in contact with you, Dolores. If you would as well, send me an inbox so that I can have your information and I will get your gift card to you.
Twyla.
Yeah, congratulations, my sister, my sissy. I will be in touch so I can get you your gift card. Thank you all so much for sharing. Thank you.
And Evelyn.
Congratulations, Evelyn. Thank you. Congratulations. I do appreciate you all for your continued support. Congratulations to all the winners. I have your information, except Dolores, if you would inbox me so that I can get that gift card sent out to you. So thank you all so very much again for being a part, watching the Jafora Fox Show. Yes, I agree. The information was great information that has been shared on tonight. So God bless you all. God bless you. And you all have an amazing night. Make sure that you tune in next Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then finally, tune in to me at 12 noon Central Standard Time, where I do God's Word study. I also love teaching God's Word. And so that's on Facebook as well as YouTube. You can tune in to God's Word study Wednesdays at 12 noon Central Standard Time. If you are working during that time, you can always go back and watch the replay and let me know that you're here. We need to have God's Word definitely during this day and time. It is so much going on, and we need God, and we need the Word of God, and we need to know about the Word of God and how it can help us in our lives. So thank you all so much again. Stay tuned. Have an amazing guest. As a matter of fact, every Thursday have amazing guests to provide information, encouragement, and to inspire you. So God bless you, and good night. So thank you so much.
Jafora Fox, let's talk business. And let's turn it up a notch. It's your time to shine with Jafora Fox. It's all coming together. Just keep your eyes on God and tune in and let's talk with Jafora Fox.